Alright. Hopefully this one isn't. This is gonna be my last video. I don't know, I might make them later, we'll see. The Reckoning, Ashley, she did a video a little bit ago, and it really resonated with me. A lot, actually. And what'd she say? It was choices, not decisions, you know? I know so many people have judged me based off my choices or the decisions I made, right? But they didn't know the choices I was provided, because one thing was presented, one thing was narrated, and thing was poured out in the world. But in the back, there was all kinds of other stuff being done to me, all kinds of other stuff to lead me to make choices where they can then narrate said choices and provide said, XYZ to corroborate all these different things. Because I've been used as a scapegoat a portion of my life. And it's that I'm playing the victim mentality by any means. I'm not very grateful for all the obstacles and the illusions, because it has broadened my mind out of this world and provided me so much knowledge that often I question. I'm like, Holly, where's this coming from? And it's allowed me to connect to God and Jesus and the divine in a way that's outside of this world. And if I hadn't walked through everything that I walked through my entire life, all 41 years of it, I wouldn't have gained the relationship and the foundation that I have with the Creator. And I'm so beyond blessed for that. So in different ways, I'm like grateful, in so many ways I'm grateful. But I only say this as an example that it's very, very important for anyone to not pass judgment on people and say, well, if I was in their shoes, I would have done this. If I was in their situation, I would have made this choice. You don't know that. Your circumstances, your situation, your reality goes along with you, and mine goes along with mine. And you just don't know all the moving pieces. Right now, we live in a world that carries a lot of systematic abuse. And there are people in this world, for example, myself, that I've had to face a lot of systematic abuse, i.e. gang stalking, i.e. targeting, i.e. humiliation rituals, i.e. Scapegoating, i.e. religious groups attacking you, i.e. the list goes on and on of everything. Psychological warfare, spiritual warfare, financial warfare, censorship. It's just physical harm. I was telling my coworker, I was like, I really don't think I would be here today if Charlie didn't pass away on the 10th. I think they would have already taken me out. I had a dream about that like 3 days ago. Because it's so close now, it would just be so obvious. Same thing with Candace Owens. It's gotten too big now. It's above their heads. Like they can't just keep killing people off because they won't shut up. Like we're past that. You know what I mean? They kind of like Pandora's box opened when they decided to go after Charlie and take it that way. They thought it was going to be something they could sweep under the rug. But unfortunately, that's not what God had planned. And Charlie prophesied that. And I have had so many prophecies when it comes to future enactments with myself and even my family and even humanity. Like I said, I don't share everything that comes into my dreams. I only share what God tells me to because of the magnitude of it. And it is big. And a lot is going to happen in the near future. And it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. It's going to be very, very hard. And you really, really need to be there for your children. And you need to start being there for yourself, because it's going to take strength. And it's going to take you growing a relationship with God to get through it, quite frankly. Because the amount of spiritual warfare that is surrounded in this world, globally, really, God is what's going to save you. Truthfully. But I'm not pressuring anybody to do anything they don't feel called to when it comes to religion and their beliefs. But I want to help people elevate past the reality of what's been so graciously pushed onto us. But I hope this video resonated, but I was really, it spoke to me. It was a wonderful channeling. It was a wonderful reading, and I appreciate her for it. Because I know a lot of people have talked a lot of smack about that when it comes to me, but they have no idea everything these people have done to me. My entire life, especially the last decade. I mean, it's absolutely ludicrous what these people have done. Freaking ludicrous. How deep they have taken it. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. But I'm like, here we are, Charlie Kirk. I mean, it came up this morning about his wife. I don't really have a lot to say about that. That whole thing breaks my heart. All I gotta say is, she's gonna have to talk to God one day. Just like everybody else in my little handlers. You're gonna have to talk to God one day. You might live a lavish lifestyle here now, and you might, have all the finer things, but one day you will meet your demise. You will. Everybody goes into the ground. You do. That's one thing we all have in common. We all bleed the same, and we all go into the ground. We all go 7 feet under. And there is an afterlife. And it is up to you whether or not you make it there. It really is. And the choices you make here on earth is what's going to, or here while you're of the living, will determine what your afterlife looks like. I mean, could you imagine living a life as if this is your only life? Like, imagine understanding the fact that we all have various lives, right? And so this is just one life. You go on to your next life and your next, you know what I mean? Until it's your time for it to be your last life. Sometimes, and that's where you have your ancestors and there's such a genealogy with it. If you really follow the concept of it. And some people don't believe it. That's what they don't believe in that. But you are the church. Christ is in you. When one or two or more gather, that is the church. You don't have to go to church to be the church. And that's what we need to indoctrinate. To bring peace on this earth, heaven on this earth, and allow people to actually have a shot at that American dream instead of just sucking the life out of people, sucking their money dry. It's like, it's so crazy, the life suckers. You have all these people in power that are literally life suckers. They just want to suck the life out of you. Straight up. In different ways. So in this kind of free-flowing video, take away what resonates. But don't judge people. Don't judge them. You don't know what their choices are. And your decision may be one thing, but you're two different people. Everybody's decision is different. And the only way that you learn is to make a choice or a decision that doesn't align. And then next time you ain't going to make that choice. You ain't going to make that decision. Like, that's how you learn. But I love you guys. Have a great day.